Shir number 2 on NESIVAS SHALOM on Pesach, Chelik Beis and Yonei Pesach, page Reish Nun Zayin. Shir is L'Zeichen Nishmas, my father, Rabbi Chil ben Zion ben Reb Dov, my mother, Mindel Bas, Rabbi Yisrael. The title is Keneged Arba Banim Dibra Torah. The Torah talks to everyone. It's such an interesting diuk that he starts off with. We say Baruch HaMakom, Baruch Hu. Baruch Shenasan Torah L'Am Yisrael, Baruch Hu. We all know this part. Baruch HaMakom, Baruch Hu. We all know this part. And then it says, Keneged Arba Banim Dibra Torah, and the Torah talks to the 4 types of children, and then we go through the 4 types of children. So the NESIVAS SHALOM picks up on this and says, what does the first part, this introduction, have to do with the next part? Baruch HaMakom, blessed are you. Baruch Hu. Baruch Shenasan Torah, thank you for giving Torah. Blessed are you that gave Torah L'Am Yisrael, Baruch Hu. And then we say, Keneged Arba Banim Dibra Torah. We don't say this big introduction before anything else. We don't say Baruch HaMakom, Baruch Hu. Baruch Shenasan Torah L'Am Yisrael, Baruch Hu. Manishtana Halayla Azem Mikol Halaylos. So what does this hakdama, this introduction, have to do with the next part, which is really a separate thing? Keneged Arba Banim Dibra Torah. The Torah talks to the 4 banim. Says the NESIVAS SHALOM that if you watch carefully, it says the word Baruch 4 times. Baruch HaMakom, Baruch Hu. Baruch Shenasan Torah L'Am Yisrael, Baruch Hu. The Magid who created the Haggadah is called the Magid. He specifically used the word Baruch, blessed, thank you, Hodaya, thanking Hashem, Al Zeh Gufa, specifically for this, that Shadibra Torah Keneged Arba Banim. We have to thank Hashem 4 times. We have to say thank you, Hashem. Why? Because you are willing to talk to all the 4 different types of children from all the spectrums, from all the 4 types that we have. Hainu sheyesh bo anyani chizuk v'avodas Hashem lekol echad ba'asher hu. There's a chizuk for every single yid in any situation that he's in. Means that he's not talking about, and this is a very interesting point, already we're learning. Normally we think there's a guy, he's a ben Rasha, he's a ben Chacham, he's a she'eni yedei elishal, he's a tam. No. We all have shades of all of this inside of us throughout our days and nights, throughout the year. Sometimes we have 100%, we act like the Ben Chacham. We do what's wise to do and smart to do. We're proud of ourselves. And sometimes, no. And sometimes we're very confused. Sometimes we're just so naive. Sometimes we don't know what to say. Sometimes you don't know what to ask. And sometimes we have little bits and merges of all of these different types of behaviors inside of us. And we have to know that in any situation that we are ever in, either 100% or 75 or 50 or 20 or whatever it is, whatever situation we are in, we need to know Shebakal Matzav Haruchniim, that in any situation spiritually that we will ever be in, Yachal Lehischazek, we can get chizuk. Why? Ki leben nechshav l'fnei hamakom. Baruch hamakom, Baruch Hu, Baruch, we're saying 4 times, because even if we're the Rasha, the Chacham, the Tam, but what are we all called? Ben. The Ben Rasha, the Ben Chacham, the Tam, the She'eni Dei Elishal. All different types of situations, but we're all called Ben. In every situation, we are the son of Hashem. Heinim b'matzav shel ben chacham, v'hein imhu b'matzav shel ben rasha. Whether we are at that moment in a situation of being the wise son, or even if we are unfortunately doing things that make us the evil son, but we're always the son. Yesh loyas hatoyer ben. We have the title Ben, son of Hashem, and v'yesh loy tshuva ala she'elas hamikis alav. And there are answers for the questions that bother him. And that's what we're saying thank you to Hashem. 4 times thank you for each type of child that's inside of us. Each one of us has that inner child that's sometimes wise and sometimes foolish and sometimes stubborn and sometimes angry and sometimes we don't even know what we are. But each time and in every situation, we're always a Ben. That's the beauty of this piece. The Ben Rasha, it's terrible he's a Rasha, but he's a Ben. In every situation that we are in, we are always considered the son of Hashem. And there are answers. You got questions, we got answers. Keneged arba bonim dibra Torah. There's always dialogue. There's never, I'm not talking to you. The Torah never says, that question? Get out of here. No. Each type of child, and each, again, it's not separate children, it's inside of us. Sometimes we have, even at the same time, a part of us that wants to be so good, and a part of us that's struggling, and a part of us that's confused. And there are questions that we have in those moments, as we will see. These are questions that we all have. But there are answers. And for that we say, thank you, Hashem. Thank you, Hashem. Thank you, Hashem. And thank you, Hashem. That you're speaking to every single type of child that we have inside of us. We have questions, we have confusion, we have conflict, and you're willing to talk to us. Just being willing to talk to us, for that alone we say thank you. I always say this because it's so beautiful and it just comes up all the time. Sometimes you hear a vart that's just unbelievable. It says, V'haya kishalcha bincha machar lemer mazois. It says in the Torah, V'haya, it will be that you will have a child that says, Ma avoida azois lachem. And the Haggadah tells us which one of the sons is the one that says that. Which son says, Ma avoida azois lachem? The challenging son, the Ben Rasha. Asks the Kloisenberger Rebbe, V'haya, Chazal tell us, V'haya is a lashon of simcha, Vayihi is a lashon of tsar, Vayihi b'mei Achashverosh, lashon of tsar, V'haya is a lashon of simcha. So the Torah is telling us, V'haya, I'm so happy, simcha, that you're going to have a child that's going to challenge you with these words, which we know is the Ben Rasha. Ask the Kloisenberger Rebbe, Schus Yagan Aleinu, why are you so happy about this? Who wants to have a Ben Rasha? What's the happiness here? The Rebbe answers, it's terrible that you have a Ben Rasha at your table. But you know what the simcha is? You know what the V'haya is? Ki sha'alcha bincha machar lemar. He's talking to you. He's talking to you. It's already a reason to be b'simcha. When you have a child that's in dialogue with you, you should be very happy. Because dialogue is what's going to bring them back. It's the child that says, I'm never talking to you again. And you say, I'm never talking to you again. That's vayihi. That's terrible. Can't come back from that. But a child that is talking to his parents, that there's a connection, v'haya, there's already a reason to be b'simcha. And the Kloisenberger Rebbe's Taka, he said that parents always have to make sure to keep the dialogue open. They should know that no matter how they're behaving, just like Hashem does for us, they are our child. We love you unconditionally, meaning without condition, meaning no matter how you're struggling now or sinning now, it doesn't change my ahava for you. My care, my concern, my compassion does not change or become even less from your behavior. Just like our behavior doesn't scare away God. He's not going to say, whoa, I've never seen that one before. That's terrible. No. All the time. And he still calls us his child. Even the Rasha is called the Ben Rasha. So too, says the Kloisenberger Rebbe, parents have to make sure that we always keep the dialogue open to the child. And the fact that he's talking to you is already a lashon of simcha. And now we're going to start to go into the next piece, which talks about the questions and the answers. The questions that are part of the behavior, of the makeup, the psychological makeup of those four different types of situations. Each one of those type of people have, or inside of us, have that kind of question, and what the answer is as well. And that's going to be in part B.